the Sacramento Kings had an announcer. I might get his name wrong. Grant Napier. Napier. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce his last name. He'd been working there for a long, long time. In response to Boogie Cousins, he responded, "All lives matter" on Twitter. And he was fired for saying all lives matter. Ridiculous, absurd, an example of the cancel culture, which black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Democrat, Republicans, everybody other than a tiny minority of people who live by the cancel culture sword, because that's the only reason they're legitimate on the far left wing of this country. Everybody hates cancel culture. And so everybody hates the idea that what you put on Facebook or what you put on Twitter or what you put on Instagram, any single post can suddenly blow up and cost you your entire career. It's what is wrong with social media in America, more so than anything, I believe, is cancel culture. So Grant Napier loses his job with the Sacramento Kings. They now have hired as his replacement Mark Jones from ESPN, aka the guy who has spent months going out and throwing all sorts of ridiculousness on his social media feed. Most recently, he said he would no longer accept a police escort to call college football games because he was afraid the police might kill him. Swear to God, that's what he said. This dude is psychologically unstable. He's now the voice of the Kings. He's been saying all sorts of insanely far left-wing propaganda-related things on social media, okay? Jason Whitlock raised an interesting point with me on the radio show this morning. People love to accuse others of selling out. Isn't this the personification of selling out? What Mark Jones did? For years, he'd been talking about how much he loved police, how much he appreciated their support, their escorts, everything else. Suddenly, he decides to embrace this idea that police are killing black men left and right, even though it's 100% not true and not supported by any measure of statistical data. Okay? And as a part of this, to me, and we're going to have Grant Napier on the show later this week on the radio program, but to me, this epitomizes what sports media is getting wrong. If you say anything far left wing, even if it's racist, even if it's sexist, even if it's insane, you're protected. You might even get a raise. You might even get a promotion. But if you say all lives matter on Twitter, you get fired from a job you've been great at for 20 plus years. It's absolute insanity. And it's proof of content discrimination in sports. You want to have far left-wing opinions, you get rewarded for it. You have anything other than far left-wing opinions, and you are in danger of losing your job. That is basically and completely and patently absurd.